AP Chemistry Unit 8.6, Molecular Structures of Acids and Bases. In order for the acid base to be strong, it must be able to dissociate completely. Strong acids and strong bases are going to have Ka's or Kb values greater than 1. And the larger the K value, the smaller the pKa, and therefore the stronger it's going to be. The lengths of the bonds and the strength of the bonds are also going to be able to help us determine the strength of any binary acids. The longer the HX bond is, and the weaker the bond is, the overall stronger the acid is going to be. Remember that we need hydrogen to be able to be easily removed in order for it to be considered a strong acid. So the weaker the bond and the longer the bond length is, the easier it is for that hydrogen to be removed, and therefore the stronger the acid is going to be. If I have smaller, more electronegative atoms, they will make for weaker acids because they will have a stronger bond and the bond lengths will be shorter. So again, weak long bonds are going to give me strong acids. Those are what I am looking for. Oxyacids are going to be acids with at least one oxygen, and those increase the strengths comparatively the more oxygens are present. So this is due to the increased stability of the conjugate bases and their amount of resonance structures. Okay, so if I have two acids that both contain oxygens, whichever one contains more oxygen is going to be the more stable of the two. Resonance structures effectively share the burden of the charge across multiple atoms, thus making it more stable and thereby making it easier to form and a stronger acid overall. So the more resonance structures, the stronger the acid will be. The presence of a nearby electronegative atom is also going to help share the charge, increasing stability similar to the number of resonance structures. The presence of a nearby highly electronegative atom and the increasing stability therein is called the inductive effect. Okay, and the inductive effect is where the electronegative atom draws the electrical charge towards itself and is able to carry that burden very easily. So we have an increased strength of that acid since we have an increased stability. Acid strength increases the more electronegative atoms are within the structure. Same with if I add more oxygens, I'm more stable. If I add more electronegative atoms to the same structure, I am going to be more stable because I am able to share the burden of that charge easier. Okay, the greater the inductive effect, the stronger the acid is going to be. This is the exact opposite trend for bases. Okay, so for acids, I want there to be a bunch of highly electronegative atoms. For bases, I very much do not want there to be a bunch of highly electronegative atoms. Okay, I'm going to compare the overall strengths of these acids with each other. So for hydrobromic acid versus hydrofluoric acid, if I was to compare these two acids, what I would do is look and I would see that comparatively fluorine is a lot smaller than bromine. It is also a lot more electronegative than bromine, and therefore hydrobromic acid is going to be my stronger acid. It will dissociate more readily because it has a longer and weaker bond. For hypochlorous acid versus perchloric acid, I have 2 oxygens versus 4 oxygens here. So I have an increased number of oxygens here, so more resonance structures. And so my perchloric acid is going to be stronger than my chlorous acid because I have more resonance structures from those additional oxygens. And then for HOCl versus HOI, I am going to have a stronger acid from HOCl coming from the difference between my electronegative difference between chlorine and iodine. iodine is going to be a less electronegative atom overall versus chlorine, and thus it will do a worse job maintaining the burden of the additional charge, and so I will have my HOI be weaker because of a weaker inductive effect. If I was to go ahead and compare some bases, NH3 versus NH2Br, I have a stronger inductive effect from NH2Br because bromine is more electronegative than hydrogen is, and I want there to not be an inductive effect. So since there is a stronger inductive effect from NH2Br, that is going to be my weaker base, and so NH3 would be a stronger base because there is no inductive effect.